So guys, we get our very first look at Pinocchio Unstrung, the upcoming Pinocchio horror movie that's going to be part of the Pooniverse. That same universe that has Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey and that kind of selection of characters, along with Peter Pan, Neverland, Nightmare, and so on and so on and so on. And they're building out this kind of horror Disney universe, if you like. And it looks like eventually they're coming up with a Monsters Assemble movie where they're going to have Winnie the Pooh, they're going to have Pinocchio, they're going to have Peter Pan, all these different kind of Disney characters. Now that they're in the public domain, now that they can be used as horror characters, they're kind of building out this shared cinematic universe. And it seems that the production company is doing a damn fine job. They're making a lot of money, and I say all the more power to them. But let's jump into this comicbookmovie.com article. Let's break down the details surrounding this Pinocchio Unstrung movie, and let's see what kind of details we can learn about this movie. So, Pinocchio Unstrung, first look, spotlights impressive animatronic puppet as Robert Englund joins the cast. So Robert Englund, obviously very famous for playing Freddy Krueger. He has now joined the cast behind this movie, so that's pretty damn exciting for the horror fans out there. Let's go down and have a read here. So, the original Pinocchio story is a lot darker than you might think, if you've only seen the classic Disney animated movie. But the next installment in the Twisted Childhood universe, aka the Pooniverse, I prefer the Pooniverse, I think that sounds a lot more fun than Twisted Childhood universe, will take things to a whole new level. So, a first look at Pinocchio Unstrung has been revealed via some promo stills, and behind the scenes video showcasing an impressive, practical Pinocchio... A first look at Pinocchio Unstrung has been revealed via some promo stills and behind the scenes video showcasing an impressive practical Pinocchio puppet, which was created by Todd Masters, the Emmy-winning VFX artist known for Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight and Child's Play. Helmed by Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey director Rhys Frake Waterford, and produced by Scott Jeffrey under their Jagged Edge Productions banner, Pinocchio Unstrung follows a young James as he learns of his grandfather, Geppetto's deadly secret, Pinocchio. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this one. Like I said, they're building out this Pooniverse. We've had Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 and 2. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, they upped the budget significantly from the first Winnie the Pooh movie. I think it looked great. The movie was, I think it was all kinds of fun. Again, it's a low budget horror movie, guys. There's no Oscar caliber performances in these types of movies. But as a horror fan, I can appreciate where they're coming from a low budget perspective. They go on to generate a lot of money. They make big profit with these movies. We've got the trailer that came out recently for Peter Pan, Neverland, Nightmare, where Peter Pan is just a crazed killer, kidnapping children and all this kind of crazy stuff. And now we're getting Pinocchio Unstrung as well. I believe there's several more movies to come, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. I'll let you guys know if it comes to me in a sec. But yeah, so Pinocchio Unstrung, Peter Pan, Neverland, Nightmare, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 and 2. So they're doing a great job building out this universe. I'm so excited to see the team up when they all come together. I think that's going to be all kinds of just insanity on screen. So, Variety reports that the project has added a true horror icon with Freddy Krueger himself, a Nightmare on Elm Street Robert Englund, set to star in an undisclosed role. Richard Brake from Barbarian and Mandy has also joined the film in the key role of Geppetto. So, the Twisted Childhood universe also includes both Blood and Honey movies and the upcoming Bambi the Reckoning. That's the one I couldn't think of. We've got Bambi the Reckoning, we've got Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare, and now we've got Pinocchio Unstrung, which are all building towards the Pooniverse Monsters Assemble, which is described as an Avengers-style crossover bringing together various other beloved children's characters gone very bad. Can you imagine a scene where you have Peter Pan, Bambi, Pinocchio, and Winnie the Pooh kind of all teaming up as horror icons to kind of like, you know, kill people or whatever it is they're going to be doing? Like, having those characters, horror versions of those characters sharing the same screen in the same movie, it's just going to be absolutely mind-blowing, just craziness. I can't wait to see it. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, still seeing it on screen is going to be just, yeah, I think it's just going to be so fun. So we have a post here from Variety. Here's a first look at Pinocchio Unstrung, the latest slasher movie from the team behind Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Freddy Krueger actor Robert Englund and Rob Zombie regular Richard Brake have joined the cast. Brake is starring as Geppetto. So we have this image here. As you can see, it looks like a picture of Pinocchio here. It looks like he's in some sort of workshop. We can see there's an axe, a couple of logs from a tree. We've got some tools on the wall behind him, and it looks like there's this kind of almost kind of demonic portal in the wall here. You can see all these kind of vines coming off of this portal, and yeah, it's very, very ominous. It looks like he's just sort of come out of it. I have no idea what the heck is going on here, but it's a very dark, it looks very twisted. It looks like it's going to set the tone for the kind of movie we can expect here. But yeah, very, very dark, very muted colors. There's hardly any color in this image whatsoever. And the actual kind of puppet itself, it looks very sad. It looks very kind of depressed almost. But yeah, it looks very, very ominous indeed, this kind of scene here. So moving on to the next post. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, meet Pinocchio. So we have a small piece of footage here showing us the animatronic puppet. So let's play this footage and let's check out this puppet quickly. So you can see its mouth moving here. You can see its eyes twitching. Yeah, I mean, look how creepy that looks. It almost looks as though it's animated, but it's not. It's gonna, obviously, as it moves, you can see the eyebrows moving. You can see the kind of the lips distorting as the mouth moves. You can see the face kind of scrunching up with the cheeks. It's an absolutely fantastic job. Yeah, it looks as though the face is animated, but it's not. It's all like an animatronic puppet. Yeah, whoever designed this and is in charge of it, they've done a fantastic job here. It looks great. I can't wait to see this talking on the screen. I think it will look great. It will look creepy as hell, especially when it's set against the backdrop and the tone like we see in this kind of image here. But yeah, I think that puppet looks really freaky. That looks really, really cool. Seeing him potentially killing people is going to be something different entirely. But I'm here for it, you know. So from Bloody Disgusting. Bloody Disgusting has been exclusively provided with 2 additional images from the upcoming Pinocchio Unstrung, a Poohniverse horror movie starring Richard Brake and Robert Englund. So we have 2 more images here. As you can see, this image here, again, we have another picture of Pinocchio, up a bit closer this time. Again, it's still dark, very ominous, very light on color, but it is super, super dark. And it's very ominous, very kind of foreboding. You know, it just kind of invokes that kind of, there's no color, it's dark, it's kind of twisted, it's depressing, I don't know, it's a very ominous tone that you see in these images here. And then on this other picture here, we have a picture of Geppetto, and we have him, obviously, Pinocchio is on strings here, and it looks like he's coming out again of this kind of portal. We got all these vines kind of coming out of the edge of the doorway almost here, and it looks like they've come out of it, or they're going into it. Something's going on here. But yeah, again, it looks like a kind of a gateway or portal, some demonic, I don't know, demonic place inside this. But yeah, it looks proper freaky. But these 2 images here, these exclusive images, they set the tone here. Very, very dark, very light on color, very ominous, and just creepy as hell. And if this is the tone of the movie, then I think it's going to be very unsettling, very uneasy to kind of watch, very on the edge of your seat. And that's exactly what it should be, which is great. So, quote, not only is the script dark, twisted and gory, also at times it's very funny. Todd Masters and his team have created incredible practical effects. Audiences are in for a crazy ride. I would expect no less from a Pinocchio horror movie. I forever loved the original and demented story from the 1880s, so I was excited to join the production to bring this little puppet to life with all practical effects, Masters added. This version is still a little puppet pursuit to becoming a boy, but the way he becomes one is extremely gnarly and frankly very fun. Is it like every time he kills a child he becomes a little bit more human or something like that, and then by the end of the film he's slowly turning into a human, like a human boy, Pinocchio, as the more people he kills, or he has to consume like real blood from real humans or something like that to become a real boy? Something crazy like that. You can even imagine, can't you, really? So, quote, our movie flips everything you know about Pinocchio on its head, Frank Waterford said. We have an incredible talented cast and crew working on this. We are heavily relying on practical effects for all of the deaths and creature work. I really respect that with these low budget horror films. If you can, always go practical. It's going to look a lot better. Practical blood, practical kills, you know, practical effects. I think they'll always look better in my opinion, because if you have a cheap movie and you have to cheap out on the visual effects, sometimes the really low budget effects can take you out of the movie if they look really bad. So going practical is always the better way in my opinion. I can't wait for the world to meet Pinocchio. This movie is being distributed by ITN Studios and Cell Agent Premier Entertainment, and it's being shopped by AFM, and the release date is summer 2025 has been eyed. So it looks like it's coming out of summer of next year in 2025. We don't have an official exact release date as of yet. They're still kind of working on that, and I'm sure they'll release it in due course. But seeing these exclusive images here, very dark, very ominous, very light on color, very dark, just yeah, it kind of foreshadows, I guess, what kind of movie we're going to get here. This is going to be dark as hell. This animatronic puppet looks incredible as well. Seeing this up close is going to be just an experience that you haven't seen before. A Pinocchio horror slasher killer film. I think it's going to be really, really fun. Even if it turns out to be a bad movie, seeing Pinocchio potentially be a horror icon and killing people, I think it's just going to be a fun time, regardless of how good or bad this movie turns out. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what avenue they go down, how it turns out, and ultimately what the movie looks like. But guys, I throw it off to you. You've seen these exclusive images here for Pinocchio Unstrung, and this kind of small video of this animatronic puppet they're going to be using for the movie. Does it get you more excited to go and watch Pinocchio Unstrung, or do you not really care about this kind of Pooniverse they're building out? Whatever your thoughts are, jump into the comment section and let me know. Leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this, guys, because it just looks really, really interesting as to where they're going with this kind of Pooniverse here. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.